Hello, hello. We're doing trains today, kind of. Well, we're doing a train mall. We're not we're not using it for to like move. Well, I guess we are using it to move resources around, but it's going to be a weird train. How do you copy? I know you can copy things. Is there a way to like sync them so you edit them all at once, or will I just have to copy and paste a ton? I might have to copy and paste a ton. But I guess we'll figure out how trains work. That'll be fun. It'll be pretty basic, but basically the idea is that to make a mall with trains, I think the easiest option is to fill a train with solid fuel and a little bit of every resource. I'm not sure how much of each resource, so that'll be fun to try to figure out. But yeah, we'll just be filling the train with a bunch of different resources and direct inserting from the train into the... Oh my gosh, we're so fast. We're so fast. I forgot exoskeletons were a thing. That's nice. Very, very nice. Okay. But yeah, the idea is that we have a train station, and I mean, I guess that's kind of the whole idea. There isn't that much more than that. We have a long row of trains, and that will feed directly into the mall. I'm not sure how long the train will be. I think it should probably be something like 8. So that way I can chain inserters or chain assembly machines from it, but I think we'll have intermediates produced elsewhere. So the longest I would need to do would probably be a chain of 3. And then input actually would be kind of difficult. So if we had like a train here, we would have something like this. We could not fill another train, I don't think. No, we wouldn't be able to fill another train directly. There are ways to do it, but it just requires more inserters. But yeah, it's doable. I think train strats will be fun. We can start with this, right? When they eventually work. Oh, they're not connected. Well, then they'll never eventually work. Okay. Interesting. Can I like combine them? I don't know how I should do this. I guess for now we'll just do some kind of combiner thing. Yeah, basically the things that I connected first were the things that start last, so that was not the smartest call. Also, we cannot run through this outpost, so that might be a problem. Am I not getting enough solid fuel? Will I ever get enough solid fuel? When these back up, I should, but that's going to take ages. Okay, so we might have to plan for 2 yellow belts. 2 yellow belts, or maybe a red belt. I guess they're effectively the same, but 2 yellow belts or a red belt of solid fuel at every single outpost. That will be fun. But yeah, what do we want for a basic train? So I'm thinking 2 locomotives, no, 1 locomotive and 3 cargo wagons. Let's do we'll try both, see what we can put next to it. We do need to automate locomotives if we are doing something like this, which I don't think is difficult. It's just something that needs to be done. We can actually make them right here too really easily, which is awesome. Because we can just kind of split this off. Do we have coal coming from anywhere? Yes. We can take this coal. So like this should work, I think. We get... Oh, it's not going to work very fast, but I mean, it will work. And it probably will work fast enough, because really we don't need a ton of trains. We just need like, I don't know, four sets, maybe. Because they'll just be cycling around being filled with resources, and all they'll do is run the mall. So it really depends how large we make the mall. And we can also make it double-sided, which will help a lot. Do we have any rails on us? We don't. Okay, so we will need some rails, which bots might be able to bring to us, which would be very, very nice, because we kind of need that to start building things. Train stations, probably rail. We won't need chain signals at all. We'll only need the most basic rail signals. because it's not like it's a complicated mall. But let's just build it. We'll build it here. I don't know why. We're gonna build it here. Just so we can get something down. We never got the rails. I think I have an easier idea how to get rails. There we go. We just mined a random rock. That got us pretty much all the rails we'll need to like to start this, right? Gosh, personal roboports are just so fantastic. Okay, so we need a train station, which we can probably, I guess we can start using like a second row. Because I don't know what things we need, so we're just going to delete stuff. So, train stop, rail signal, rails, what else? Where are locomotives? They're under the same section? Yeah, they're literally right there. How did I not see this? Of course that's not long enough. Why would I think it would be? Okay, so like, if we made something like this, we can make it up to 7 assemblers per stop on each side. That's actually a lot. No, this is a, never mind. This is a perfectly fine train length. Yeah, this will be a-okay. So first things first, let's see, what do we need in this? We have 2 options. We could locally smelt the bricks. Like, if we put stone, we could make rails wherever we want if we want rails. I don't know what we need in the train. Obviously we need at least iron, which we're gonna be filtering a lot of things. So let's where is that? Filter? Well, that button works. So let's switch to that to alt left click or something. Yeah, we're making a mall train is pretty much all we'll have. So we obviously need this stuff. We'll need plastic. I don't think we need plastic in the train. Maybe circuits for substations. Obviously green chips we'll need. Gears as well. Sticks. Sticks could be produced locally. It will use a bit of extra space. What are sticks used for? It's just 3 things, right? Well, rails, it's just rails and train stops. So rails and train stops we can just make here. But I kind of want to use the train. I kind of want to have the train make everything. So maybe we'll plan for it to have sticks, because I think sticks will be used in a lot of places. It needs more solid fuel. I think it should probably have like 5 stacks of solid fuel per station. Well, no, that's a lot. Actually, it's not. Yeah, no, we should have probably a third of this filled with solid fuel. And I guess we'll do it in the second row, so that way we can just filter with X anything we don't want. The reason we need this much solid fuel is just that we need to guarantee it never runs out for any of the inserters, because unless we use logic, we could use logic that deactivates if... I don't know how to use logic though. Is it simple? How do you add... How can you disable if it's less than anything? Read stopped train? Read train count? I don't know how. No, that's not gonna work. I don't know how to do that. I was hoping to like disable it if solid fuel is equal to 0 in any of the individual wagons, but I don't know how I would do that. Because it would need to check for every single wagon separately. I don't know. There's probably a way, but I do not know it. But yeah, sticks, iron. We'll probably need more iron, honestly. We should probably have multiple stacks of a lot of these things, so it doesn't have to make as many trips. Copper, we don't need a lot of copper, but the things that need copper use a lot of it, so we just have to stack extra of it. Batteries, if we wanted accumulators to be here, we could make batteries here. I like that idea. If we end up using accumulators, I don't really know, but sure, why not? What else might we need in the mall train? This has a lot less capacity than I thought. I probably won't use processing units here, but just in case. Coal. What needs coal? Plastic. There's no way we're producing plastic in a train or using plastic in a train, so we definitely We definitely don't need that. If we ever use plastic, it'll be produced locally nearby the mall. Because there's just, you can't move enough quantity of it. Also, nothing in the mall like directly uses it. We already have engines, so these aren't useful for anything in the mall. Because what do we really need? We need all the power poles, so maybe... No, we don't need the wood power poles, but we need these 3 power stations. Pumps would be good, but pumps are also such low quantity, we can just kind of convert. We can do what we did with the locomotive. We can just put that at the end of the mall and we'll get enough, because we don't need those to be produced here. We do need rail signals, so this needs iron circuits, sticks, stone if we want to produce rails, but I don't think we need rails. No, we don't need rails because we won't be... The train's not going to be large. I think the 5,000 rail we have is honestly all the rail we'll ever need. Because this is basically just serving as a massive filter. There's no other purpose for this. It's serving as a filter to make a ton of resources on one belt, so I can just make a mall and expand that mall. Splitters would be good to produce here. Well, but we don't need to. Yeah, we should be producing splitters in the mall for sure. These we should produce. These we should produce. These we do need to produce. So I'm glad we have red chips there. What else? Wire? No, we don't need wire combinators, but I think we have all the stuff we need for those anyway. Solar panels use copper, steel, and iron. Okay, these use pipes. Ooh, we could put pipe. I think pipe is a high ticket item that we'll be using a lot of. So we could either put... We could have a massive pipe array filling this with pipe, or we can have local pipe assemblers. Local pipe assemblers aren't complicated though, so I might go with that one. Oh, furnaces, yeah, okay, so these need bricks, but I think I decided I want to do local brick production and maybe even local stone assembling, so we'll put stone in here because I don't know, I like the idea. We'll put stone. The throughput of this is not going to be that high, so maybe we'll need separate trains? No, stone is really inventory efficient. Okay, we'll just put furnaces and bricks. Or furnaces and stone, maybe? No, we're not going to do rails. There's literally no reason to have stone here. Where the heck are bricks? Okay. So stone furnaces are going to be used for... Yeah, that should be enough. Because every pass of the train could then make like 200 stone furnaces. And then these things we need a lot of. So let's do extra stacks of those. Like honestly, like probably 5 stacks of gears. And then like 5 stacks of iron. Sticks we don't need a ton of. Ideally, we would try to balance the consumption a little bit, but I don't think we need to worry too much about that. And I think that's really all we might need in the mall. Like, it's not like we'll be making any of this trash. So we have 5 extra slots we can use. What might we need higher quantity of? Probably more iron. I feel like having access to iron, especially if we do locally produced pipes, would be a really good idea. We could leave room for pipe would be... Yeah, we'll leave room for pipe. We might not use it, but having room for it would be decent. Is there anything I'm missing? Steel chests will produce locally. There's no reason to put steel chests in here. So we have 2 more slots. I'd say more gears probably and more iron. Or no wire. Is there any reason to have wire? For throughput purposes, yes, but does anything use wire? I don't think so. Like, because this won't be feeding into an electric circuit assembler or anything like that. It's just going to be feeding into mall requirements. So I would say more iron or more circuits. I mean, we can always change it if we decide we don't like it. It's not like this is permanent. Okay, so this is going to be a loading station, though. So this obviously We have a lot of ways we can do it. And the thing with burner inserters, they suck. We've said this before. The burner inserters aren't great. So generally when you build a train station, you use a buffer chest, but the only reason to use a buffer chest is so you can output more than 15 items per second into a train, like with the yellow belt, right? But that's not possible to do with burner inserters, like at all. The pattern you can get if you want to use a buffer chest is 2, 3, 2, 3 on each side. So that means the maximum you can get is 6 inserters moving 1.8 items per second into a single train. And that's only every other cargo wagon, so that's 10 items per second max. So I see no reason to buffer anything. Like, there's just no reason to have a buffer chest other than for like ease of use, I guess, or if I want to steal from it later. But yeah, like that's maybe the low throughput items like steel or something, but yeah, there's not an advantage to a buffer chest, so we probably won't use it. What I'm thinking is we'll have one that's like the low throughput item. So like we'll have solid fuel obviously at every single station. Uh circuits and copper we can probably have together. So let's do one. I'm gonna make, how can I filter something? So this, we can fill 6 items here for the load ticket stuff, and then we'll have another station solely for gears and circuits and iron plates. But I think everything else will probably have like 12 items going to the train like this. And we could use circuits. Hello, Red Wraith. It's going pretty good. We're just kind of having fun now. We could easily make a belt mall pretty simply, but I think the idea of a train mall is just hilarious. And it gives a lot more flexibility to expand as needed, even if it's probably not going to be great. I like the idea of it. So yeah, we're doing a train mall with no buffer chest, because buffer chests are useless, I think. Or at least buffer chests directly against the train are useless. If we do a buffer chest, it will probably be like a buffer chest here that outputs onto a belt that outputs onto a train. Which sounds weird, but it will make sense. Like, if I wanted to buffer up red chips in between train departures, we would have a chest, but we would probably have the chest out here. Because putting a buffer chest directly against a train would look like this. Where is a... This is the most you can do. Or every other train, you can shift it down one, and you can have it like this. So yeah, that's all you can get. 3 buffer chests moving 1.8 items per second. It's not good. Yeah, we'll probably want... Let's see, we can have bricks. Actually, let's just... I guess I could just drop them on there, right? Right now. We need red chips here. We'll want batteries. Bricks. What else can we put here? We have 6 items. Steel? Maybe not steel. I feel like steel will get somewhere else. What other things did I say I need in the mall? Circuits we'll get from elsewhere. If necessary. Furnaces. Oh, furnaces we'll definitely put here. What else? Sticks. Honestly, I think sticks was a bad idea. They're good for throughput. It's good for throughput purposes to have it on this train, but that's about it. Yeah, no, we're not gonna waste a slot on sticks. I don't think it's worth it. We're just gonna get more iron. It's just so much easier to deal with. The only reason we're doing gears is because those are a very high throughput item. So I want to be able to have 3 inserters outputting gears into an assembling machine directly. If we didn't have gears in here, we would only be able to get 1/3 of that, and that's just not that great. We could do blue chips here, which we don't necessarily need to connect, but we probably should have the option. I wish these were sorted in any way. Have you considered... Yeah, it's really easy to use logistic spots. That's kind of defeats the purpose of the challenge completely. So no, I won't really be using those for that many things. Logistics bots are exclusively just being used for my character, because you could easily fully run any assembler with logistics bots, and it wouldn't be problematic at all or interesting. It would definitely work. It would work very well, but it kind of, you don't really gain much. The challenge would have been done 8 hours ago if that were the case, and then it would have just been waiting, copying the same build like a bajillion times. I guess we can put copper here, which again we don't need a ton of. Actually no, I want steel here, and then copper will. Can I do 2? I might be able to do 2. I could do 2 inputs. If we do train logic, we could do 2 inputs. I might do that. Yeah, I think we'll also have. We can disable the inserters if we don't have solid fuel on the belt, which would be fun. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Pipe. I don't know. I don't know if I really want pipe, but no. Okay, yeah. I think we should have pipe, because some things use a high throughput of pipe. So we do want the pipe on here. It's not easy to get that throughput of pipe with like 1 inserter. What did I pick up though? What did I pick up? Furnaces and pipe. Right. Because I intentionally wanted to get rid of the blue chips. Okay. So this is the loading station 1. And then we can get like iron gears and copper on the other side for this like first one, just so it gets everything it needs. We do need a dedicated. Wait, are these not working? Oh, they're actually like ready to connect. Cool. Are they actually functional? Aw, man. There's a power pole in the way that ruined this. Okay, so I need to do power poles first if I want to use this design. Okay, so solid fuel. We'll split off this at like really low priority, I guess. No, we should split it somewhere else. Because if we split it there, we'll actually be starving miners potentially. Okay, so this has the output here. There we go, that's better. Okay, so something like this should work. And I guess we'll load on this side. Well, no, we can just do iron and gears here. Oh, yeah, no, that works perfectly. Iron, gears, and then we need to get circuits somewhere. Okay, so first things first, we need to get stone and bricks, which I think we'll get from here. So this is going to be a brick build? If this is a brick build, that's actually not the one we want to copy. We want to copy just the bottom half. And then I don't know if we'll need one there. I'm just placing that so I can get the Roboport placed, so I don't keep placing things on that side. Hello, Pantabo. Thanks for the luck. We're trying to make a train mall at the moment. Currently figuring out what all we need for it. Because I think train mall is fun. Yeah, currently trying to figure out what we need in the train mall, which we do need furnaces in it, and we need bricks. So that's what this build is. Let's see, I have this blueprint book. We can't get that many drills here, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should have had 2 blueprints for this. Don't worry. I don't know if that will be today. It depends how long it takes to do them all. But I do have plans for that. And I have ideas too. It's going to be fun, I think. Okay, how many is this? 47. That's not that many. Okay, I don't like that then. We need more. That should work. Yeah, that works, right? No, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. How much is this? This is 1 yellow belt. That's the bricks we need. I guess we can always get more stone from here. We also could just not use this pattern, because it's not, it's like kind of objectively worse if you have to hand build it. It's great for density, but it's not that useful. It just is a really fun way to make the drills, so I've been using it. Okay, let's put it on a red belt, I guess. Which, speaking of red belt, we need that. And then, oh gosh, we don't have that much spaghetti room here. I kind of wasn't considering that the iron needs to come from that side, or the stone is coming from that side. We also have a much better one we could have used. Right, yeah. So there is... I don't like personal robots anymore. They're really annoying when you're shift clicking ghosts if you have like a single item in my inventory. Because like they'll place that one item and then it interrupts your ghosting, which is just kind of rough. I guess it's not a huge problem, but I would definitely prefer to not have it. Okay, military science. We actually want this stone patch. We're going to reroute this to clear up room. I don't know if military science is expensive enough to be worth clearing this belt. I don't think it is, considering it's backed up. Wait, why is it backed up? What are we short on? Are we lab limited? Ooh, hold on. This got clogged. I don't know how that got clogged. Probably whenever I was switching belts around, so that's probably been dead for a while. Are we actually lab limited here? Because that's an annoying fix. I guess it's not that bad because we can now... Well, let's get a radar over there and then we can make it better. So we need a radar. And then we don't need a rope report, but we do need vision because I think we can just copy this and paste it next to it. I don't know how it's lab limited. Because I am not producing that much yellow science. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Oh well. I'm sure it's okay. But now we have more iron here, so we can finish this. Which again, it's not a good way to make a lane, but it's a fun way to make a lane, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so now we just need to split this off again and bring this to the bottom. It's so fun. And then this probably isn't more than a belt. I mean, the only thing this is being used for is furnaces. So I imagine anything we do is going to be adequate. Because this is a lot of stone that's only going into furnaces, if that's the case. Yeah, no, this is a lot of stone to only go to furnaces. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. Because we don't really need that many bricks. Where should we make furnaces? Probably like right here. Right? And then we'll have to add like a splitter. No, not a splitter there. Yeah, no, that was right. These could be self-feeding. There's enough coal here that I think we can start doing some self-feeding items, which I had been trying to avoid for a while, but that was because we had to like get to launch, and self-feeding just ends up being slower to build and very high to like break-in during the run. But now that we don't have a time crunch anymore, we can definitely afford to have things self-feed. Because we can much more, like we can guarantee they get fuel a lot more easily now. It's not as much of a concern of like pasting something with bots and having it immediately die because things have like dedicated resource patches. So yeah, I think it's definitely viable. And just in case we do need furnaces ourselves, this should be fine. I don't actually know if this is fast enough, to be honest, but it's probably okay. It's just the input speed of these is just so bad. It's hard to tell if this will actually work. Okay, so there is our furnaces, which I guess we should probably not cut through where the rail station will be. Or we could just go onto this side and that. Yeah, let's just go on this side. That's the easiest. Okay, so this is one item. Perfect. Although we do need to sideload fuel onto it, so I'm not sure how to do the fuel distribution. Actually, I want it to be expandable, don't I? Also, it needs to be split 4 times, so we can't we can't build it like that. Okay, so how do we build this? I'm thinking we have one item here, maybe 2, and then we split it into 2 halves, so that way we don't have to like redesign how we build it every time. So this will always work. But I'm not sure how we're going to get fuel to this now. So yeah, like this way we don't have to have filters or anything. We can just copy this setup wherever. And we just like paste it like right here. And then it splits it. Well, then we split it 4 more times, I guess. So we actually want it to be around here. Burner inserters really make train stations complicated, I'm realizing, which I shouldn't be surprised. They make everything complicated. No, this isn't. I don't think this is a good design. Realistically, the easiest way is to not have them be self-feeding, but I kind of want to have them self-feeding because you can get 2 to 3 times the inserters if they're self-feeding, and I think that's pretty big. It was something we needed to avoid initially, but now we can just get a much higher inserter concentration. Yeah, like right there. This would be really bad if this was, if this happened earlier, but it's actually totally fine here because, well, 1, like 8 of them were working, and 2, now that it is saturated with solid fuel, that pretty much will never happen. That's so many furnaces, but we also need a ton of furnaces. Okay, I really don't know how to filter these. I mean, it doesn't have to be great, right? It just has to be copied like 6 times. Which means it can be however it wants to be. Oh gosh, this is just gonna be ugly. If I want any form of prio, this is gonna be terrible. Yeah, train mill is actually not. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to be this complicated either. We might have to do like 4 loading stations instead. Like just have 1 resource. Yeah, I can, and we might do that. It's not perfect. There are some edge cases where that can still break, but it's pretty rare. You have to be like really unlucky for that to happen. Yeah, we just have to add something like this and read the belt, and they can always work. I guess as long as, well, so it's pretty much a guarantee to be effective as long as the inserters are facing this way. If the inserters are facing perpendicular to the belt, it can be a problem, but logic is fairly foolproof in this situation. I'm just not sure. So the reason I don't want them to be self-feeding is the fact that they're self-feeding means I have to put coal in all these belts, and that's complicated. Or I guess we can just put the fuel here and just assume we'll never have a fuel. Okay, let's assume we only ever have individual resources. I think that's the only thing we can do for our sanity here. Or not pure resources, but pure groups of 4 resources. So have it go like this, and then be split 4 times into each of the trains. Or you could have it split 2 times and go through. We don't have as many resources we can put on one train, but we don't have to. No. I don't think going through the trains are going to be faster. Okay, so let's do the circuit logic now, huh? So we can basically just read the belt content and say, I don't know if we need to read hand conditions there. Probably. Enable it if solid fuel is greater than, let's say 2, so it also has to have enough on the belt. I don't know. But yeah, that's, I think, functional logic. Let's double check it. Yeah, so now it's gonna stay broken, and then we put more solid fuel, and it finally works. Okay, that'll work. So yeah, that's a very simple circuit logic to make these burner inserters never die. And we actually, we could put this on our labs. We might put this on a lot of our builds now, because it's pretty useful. And it's not like we won't put it on like the outpost builds, but for a lot of the starting builds, that would be totally okay. That's a problem, right?
Beep taco, beep beep.
No, it will prioritize solid fuel if it's filling itself. Okay, that's fine then. Hello, Agnara. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We are trying to figure out what we need to load into the train at the moment. And we're going to make a really stupid mall that just takes directly from a train. It's going to be way more work than actually just making a mall. But I think it's a fun option. Splitting this into 4 trains is going to be tough. There is another option of splitting it into 2 trains, which might be a cop-out. Oh, that's not what you were thinking? Were you thinking of, like, controlling the belts? Okay, we're gonna have more trains. We're just gonna have a lot of trains, right? Because I don't know how to do a splitter easily. Yeah, those work pretty much identically, but this way I think helps. No, those work pretty much the same. Because I tried both, but the fact that you can put a burner inserter on a circuit is hilarious. So I think this is the better option, just because it's not something that should be possible. But I think practically they're the same. Do I just need more space? Is that the problem? Let's keep it as tight as we possibly can to make it easier. And then let's move this up. Yeah, I think as long as we take tight turns, it'll be easy. I guess we don't have to connect it to the same ones, do we? Don't know if it would make a difference, though. Okay, so there's one thing. We also need bricks and solid fuel, and iron and solid fuel, so that's an easy fix. And then this yeah, we're going to need like an entire section devoted to iron. Honestly, iron should probably have a completely different build, and maybe we could make it a red belt. But yeah, iron should probably go across on the other side, because iron needs pretty much everything. But this is what I'm thinking for iron. We split it into 4. Don't know if we need this here, but just in case. Okay, so basically we can do something like this. And I think that'll work. So that gives us about 7 and half a belt worth of items into each one. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. That's all we can afford. If I do that, it's a lot easier to tell where the split will be. Why would I do that? Because it doesn't matter. Okay. Perfect. So there is the iron build, and then we can also have gears on the other side. Yeah, so we'll have iron gears here, which means we also need copper here. We can convert these into gears, right? Wait, hold on. Is this... Can I do more? If this is split 4 times, 1.8, 1.8, 1.8, 1.8. Oh, hold up. We can get more iron here. I didn't realize. We're gonna split it at the source though, just because it's a lot easier to figure out. Yeah, this should work. Okay, so now we can get more iron. So that way whenever it's at the train station, it gets 7.2 item per second. And if you just got here, you may be wondering why I'm not using a buffer chest at the train station. It's because that doesn't, maybe with saturation purposes, but realistically it doesn't help the train load that much faster with burner inserters. Because you can get a third of the inserters if you use a buffer chest, which is significantly lower. So yeah, that's why there's no buffer chest there, because burner inserters are hella slow. Then it's just the price you pay when you do a challenge where you're only using burner inserters. So that's what happens. Okay. That works, I guess. Why am I doing it like this? I don't know. But it's too late now. I'm stuck with it. Yeah, we have to use a buffer chest. With the buffer chest, we can load a whole 7.2 items per second into a single train. No, yeah, 7.2 items per second to a single train. Up from 30 items per second into a single train. Wait, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like a worthwhile trade. Okay, this can be bricks. Oh gosh, this is gonna be terrible, but I think this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, I have an idea for how to get bricks to output onto this side. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to. Okay, watch this. Watch this. We turn this into a red underground. And then we flip the output here. So that way we can use belt weaving and get the yellow belt of bricks right there. I don't know why I'm doing it that way, but it seemed fun. Oh wait, that's an idea. We could get solid fuel like this. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, we're gonna actually sideload solid fuel. So that way these will be pure resources. But that way solid fuel just comes from one direction. Okay, that's actually not as hard to scale as I thought it would be. So we have solid fuel coming from there. It might not matter, because the idea was that it will help later, but if we never end up copying this, it actually isn't going to matter at all. Yeah, then we can just have an underground here. Like that. And solid fuel will all come from one side. For some reason. It works. Okay. That's gonna be difficult. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I could stagger them? Is that possible? Like stagger them better? Because then I could just split off this belt. And copy this here. It doesn't quite stagger enough. Okay. We'll stick with this for now. We just want to get some kind of mall thing functional at the moment. I mean, realistically, nothing we've done for the past 6 hours is necessary. We're just... I think if all we did was paste outpost after outpost, it just wouldn't be that fun. Like, we had enough production of everything. We could have just cloned our entire base. But I think experimenting with the burner inserters and seeing what monstrosities we can make is too fun to pass up. Or too dumb to pass up. I would say it's a little bit of both. Because it is very dumb. Okay, those are probably connected. Okay, so we have bricks. Gosh, this is so much more work than I thought it would be. Should we make stone furnaces? Or steel furnace? Should we make steel here? I think we should have a steel lane here. which we might be able to copy from main. Because this is basically our mall filling train. So if I do this, I have to copy up a bunch of splitters or belts. Maybe I should not use a half-size brick lane next time. I think is the moral of the story there. Also, how is this still not powered? Oh, there's where it's connected. I thought it was broken at the top and I was very confused. Okay, so where does this go? And then we need to copy this, but with just the belts? That's not going to work that well. I guess we can just do this, huh? Don't know if this is easier. I'm pretty sure because we already pasted it, this isn't actually faster. But it feels like less work, but it's definitely not. It's roughly the same amount of work. Okay, now we can paste the steel lane right here. And doesn't really serve a huge purpose, but does the job. We don't need the power poles in here, but I'm going to keep them. Okay, so there's steel, which we can connect one of these through somewhere. I can't see until the trees go away, but yeah, I'm sure somewhere we'll need it. Okay, so we need steel. It just would be so much easier to not to not have this many in one outpost. Gosh, I wish we had like a sushi belt or a filter splitter. That would be nice. Or a filter inserter. Or just didn't have to put coal on every belt. That would also be pretty huge. I would be happy with that. This logic is broken. Ooh, wait, can that break things? No. No, it can't break things. Okay, we're good. Right, that's why we don't have multiple inserters. Or multiple things on one belt, because that could break stuff. Ooh, wait, hold on. Because solid fuels. Does this whole setup not work? If multiple inserters... This might not work. If multiple inserters try to pick up solid fuel, the train breaks. Huh. That complicates things a lot. That's really bad. That means none of this works. Because when I was testing it, I didn't test that far. Okay, that's fine. We can still do it, but we have to have pure resources. Which means we have to do it the inefficient way. So they'll all be their own outposts. But this is easier to build. We're not going to use buffer chests. But we will still use inserter logic. Okay, so this is basically the new idea. Whenever bots delete the thing, so I can actually see what's happening. What's up, bot surprise? Howdy, howdy. Time for a 50 wagon train with one resource per wagon. What? And it just moves up like one tile at a time. That sounds like a lot of train stops. How many bots do I have? Like 3,000. It's just we're really far from base right now. So the ones that were dispatched are just gotta take a while to get here. We probably should have been designing this next to the base. Oh well. Here we are. Okay. I think that would work. So we'll need solid fuel on every row if we want to do 2. Actually, no, we don't. Hold on. No, that's wasteful. What are we doing? We can just... There we go. This is how we can double up. Where is your location that the bots refuel with coal? There won't be any. We're not using logistic bots. other than for like clearing out my inventory, but we're not using them for builds because that would kind of just make the entire challenge would be done if that were the case. Okay, this is fine, right? So we can do up to 2 resources this way. Actually, no, wait, hold on. We can still do 4 resources, but we can't do 4 resources at full speed. So that means we could still do, like, things we need. Oh, that's what you meant? I thought you were meaning, like, where are they getting... I thought you meant, like, the classic requester chest that's filled with solid fuel. I didn't think you meant the bots are filling themselves. I thought you meant a requester chest picking up coal for the train. Because that's just it made sense. Sorry for missing it. Okay, this is definitely the easiest way to do this, I think, right? Yeah, this is much better. So we can still get 4 resources. Because if these get clogged, it's not possible for both inserters to get clogged at once. So let's copy the logic. Oh, wait. Okay, we can't use inserter logic. Oh wait, we don't need logic here. Okay, so we can just do this, and now we can split off this in 1, 2, 3, 4 times, or twice. I don't know if we need a splitter here, but we're gonna have one. Does this work? I think this works, right? And then we drop it to a yellow belt. Okay, this is significantly fewer belts to connect, so this is definitely simpler. Probably more effective too. I think I got this correct. No, I didn't. There we go. Now it's in the right spot. Okay, so this can do 4 resources at once. Honestly, 4 resources in one station is not too bad. You can do 3 out. Yeah, I can. I wasn't a fan with how that ended up. Cause like that wouldn't increase your throughput of anywhere unless you intentionally thought of like where the extra throughput was and had different wagons. Yeah, it doesn't save trot. It doesn't save any complexity. Yeah. The rocket was long since launched, so we don't have any achievements that are on a rush, so we're making dumb things instead. Is effectively where we're at the moment. We also need solid fuel. We'll probably have solid fuel and steel in this last one. Right now we're making a really, really dumb train network. Like really dumb. It's great. Okay, maybe we'll redesign this again. We could do this. If we can guarantee high saturation, we should actually have the loading station set up like this. Yeah, this is much better. Actually, I did need one of those. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't have things take from underground like this, but I think this will be okay. So then this is the solid fuel. Really easy to connect. Then can we flip this? I think we can just flip this, right? Yeah, we can flip it. It's like the first thing we flipped that doesn't have a burner drill in it. So I kind of forgot that was a feature. How much do I care about balance for these ones? For these ones, I don't. So we're just going to connect it like this. There we go. There we go. Well, we will not copy these belts, but this will work for now. To see if we have any glaring flaws in the system. You know, because we keep like missing out on like one really quirky, like one weird quirk with inserters that invalidates our entire build. I mean, we ran into that with the labs. We are running into that this now. It's a great time having to redesign everything because inserters like get backed up. So yeah, this won't work great, but it should work good enough just for us to get something. So now we can have one more thing, which will be steel and pipes. I guess we could do pipes. Okay, where's the steel lane? How can we connect the steel lane? Did we finish the steel lane? No, the steel lane is not functional. Cool. Oh, because we couldn't see through the forest. Yeah, that makes sense. It all makes sense now. Okay, let's see. We haven't checked on research in a while. Oh yeah, this is our yellow science and purple science build. I think it might need an expansion at some point. I'm not sure. But currently we are just getting like rocket launches every so often. We have enough. Actually, we don't have a ton of space science, but we have like 4,000, 6,000 probably. But we're doing extra researches. Yeah. See, like this normally would be enough space science, I think, but we have to do 8,000 extra in research. I think will be worth it, which is a lot, but yeah, I don't really. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of extra science, but mining productivity is significantly more useful. Like it is not something you want to pass up for this. How do we get solid fuel? That works. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have steel, we have bricks, we have furnaces. Is there anything else? I don't think we need anything else. But we can do pipes. Yeah, we'll do pipes. In a very awkward way, I think. How do we do that? No, we'll do self-feeding? No, self-feeding isn't great. Screw it. We're not putting pipes in the train. I don't want to have to think of how to do that. There's no reason. It doesn't save any like throughput anywhere. Okay, we no longer have pipes here, which means we'll just randomly connect we'll connect iron, I guess. Which means we don't need the fuel. Where does the steel come from? The steel we need like here. Okay, I don't think any of these can take. No, we can't use red belt at all. Okay, what do you think? It's done. I think this is our loading station. We'll just copy this like 6 times for various resources. It's not good. It also doesn't fill them up with solid fuel, so solid fuel will need to be somewhere else. But I think it's definitely a build of all time. Actually, no, that's what we should put here. We shouldn't put iron here. We should put solid fuel here. That's a great idea. Yeah. Why don't we just do that? Okay, there's all the solid fuel we'll need. It'll eventually get there. Okay, loading station 1. We'll just call it loading. And then what else? Where else should we have it? Honestly, we just need something like right above it, right? Train stop names. Like we just need to paste this like right here now. Do we need do you need rail signals in front of every station? I can just delete them if not. I don't know if I need this. I really don't understand trains. Okay, then. Now I have all of the belt we need. You do not need them in front of every train station. Okay. So if I had like loading 1, loading 2, loading 3, etc., they won't run into each other. Well, they will run into each other like this, so I should have a rail signal. Or should they be farther apart? Because the idea is that it goes to every single one in a row, and it just makes like, it basically just functions as a big like 8 resource belt, is the idea. Rail signals break up the rail into blocks. Only one trail can occupy a block at any time. So I need to and train signals, and train stops don't break up that block. We don't need a red belt there. It's not possible to get that throughput. Don't know what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, good point. I can just check the block. Well, maybe when it's built, it will have more meaning. Train stops don't interact with signals, as far as I know. Okay, so they have their own thing going for them. Why is there iron on here? Why is there iron on there? Or steel? Ah, that would do it. Perfect. This isn't functional though. Junction. Oh, don't worry. We're not going to have junctions. This is going to be our only train, and it's just going to go in a circle. Because this is the mall. This is just a complicated way of doing a mall. It's a fun way of doing a mall, I think, but it's not the best way, I would say. Let's wait a bit, see what happens. Okay, so we have iron, we have steel, we have solid fuel. Gosh, this is the worst thing I've ever designed. This is so bad. Now we still need circuits, and oh gosh, we didn't copy the right train. Whatever, we'll just waste a slot. Then we need circuits and gears, which we can do on the next set. Say there's train stop 1. I guess we could label it. Nah, we're not gonna label it. Labeling's lame. Iron. Okay, fine, we can label it. Loading. Iron. Time passed. Time passed. There we go. Perfect. Perfectly done, train. When you use rail signals, you generally need to make sure you have enough room on the block for your largest train. Ah, and we don't. So it doesn't do much. Got it. We should probably have had like a gap in between each one. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be okay. I think it will produce what we need. If anything. This is actually how we're going to do copper too, but copper will be from the other side. So let's do a copper lane using our... Is this not producing enough fuel? It probably isn't, because it's being loaded onto the train. I don't understand how these are always running if I'm not consuming the full belts. Maybe they're not always running, or maybe I have the petroleum going back to the main base, so anything spare helps. I'm not producing enough petroleum still? Really? Oh no, it's just a pressure thing. Oof, it's a pressure thing. I don't understand pressure. Whatever. We'll just ignore it. These are gonna take forever to build, aren't they? Yeah, this is this is so useless. I love it. Okay, so now we need a train station for gears and okay. And copper or no gear, yeah, just gears and circuits. We won't put copper in it because I want to see it start working, and I want to see it. Yeah, I need to see it start working because I'm pretty sure if I look at it now, if we don't see it work, we just need to give up and try again. But I want to now know ASAP. Okay, so we actually need more iron. Oh wait, we have more iron. Perfect. We have lots of iron. Okay, we need to use up an entire belt for gears. That's actually not too difficult because we have solid fuel. Having solid fuel here just really simplifies things. So we can just straight up copy this design from earlier, but make it double-sided. And I think it'll be perfect. It's like something like this, but red belts. Then this is not the red belts it's not supposed to connect to, yikes. Definitely messed that up a bit. Okay, let's move it over here. Okay. There we go. I mean, it's still in line with it, so it works. Did I do it? Did I paste it in the exact same spot? Am I that dumb? I think I am. I cut it and I pasted it literally the same spot. Cool. Okay, there we go. And then we need solid fuel, which we'll get from here, which I really hope we have enough solid fuel for this. Okay, there we go. So we'll do 8. And then we'll downgrade the other ones to yellow belt, because the second half does have to be yellow belts. I think that's right. Then the output needs to be completely, well, it doesn't need to be completely yellow belt, but it works. Okay, we don't have radar vision, so let's get that, and I guess just walk up here. So now we can just copy this set with the train this time around. And we'll just paste it here. And it's perfect. Perfect. Definitely not a flawed design at all. This is the best way you can possibly use a train with burner drills. Burner inserters, I guess. Yep, 100%. Nobody can prove me wrong. There we go. Okay, so we have gears. We don't have circuits, but this is enough. We can start it now. We'll just have to copy this. Is there any way to link the trains? I don't think so. It would be really cool to be able to change all the trains at once, but I don't think that is a feature. I will just have to copy and paste every time, which isn't super difficult. It's just something I have to do, not something that's difficult to do. Okay, so we have the basics of a mall. So we'll just immediately start the mall output, which will be this row. Just so we can start thinking, oh, it does not go like that. Is there not enough space for an angle there? You can copy, yeah. Oh, that's true. So you can just copy the schedule. Okay, that's not going to be too bad then. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't get that to work. I probably just wasn't pressing the right shift button. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to paste it right there, and the train's going to go in like a circle. But I just wanted to get something pasted. And then these, let's see, can I... Why isn't this working? Is it because I can't ghost on a ghost? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I guess that's on me. Yeah, it's not. I don't know what I overcomplicated that for sure. Okay, so this is what all this was about. So now we can just take this and... Probably like this. They'll be self-feeding, but that'll be fine. And have this here, and that can output. And there we go. Now we can just like paste this, and now we get burner drills. You can also rotate Rail Ghost to let the game complete the path for you. What? That's awesome. Okay, I've never heard of that before. That is amazing. I really like that. Thank you. I am really learning about trains today because I don't know anything about them, and I have not hidden that. They're just something I've never really explored. But yeah, this is I think basically what it'll look like, and then we can have another one on the other side. And we'll have this produce something else. Like this can produce, this will test out our pipe system. It's like right here, we can locally produce pipe, and we can have it go into pipe to ground, for example. And then this will just output here, and we'll copy this, make sure it's powered. Don't know why it's not in Roboport range. I guess we can just have that here. So yeah, this is the whole idea behind this mall. So now we have all of the things we could ever produce outside of a mall within a... Ooh, we don't have rails. Hold up. Or not. We don't have belts. Belt? Oh, wait, no, we can do this. So we can do like a really long chain, right? So this can produce belts, and then this can produce like... Or this can produce belt, and then this could produce splitters, and then this could produce the red underground. And you can chain them. You do have a bit of trouble with the output, though, if you want like full throughput. So I think, yeah, you do have to sacrifice some throughput if you do something like this. Like they can't all work all full speed. But it's the only way to get an output. And this can even go down one more tile. Yeah. So they're not all going to work great. We did lose a little bit of throughput like this, but this lets you get a decent mall. And if you ever need a gap, you could also do this, which we should probably move down again if we are doing it like this. Yeah, it's like right here. If we want this to be clean, we do have to sacrifice an input. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have two sets of them. Okay, so that can produce that junk. And if we want, we can get splitters on the other side, which I don't think we really need that many splitters. Yeah, like right here, we can get a lot more in our mall. So I think that's would be functional. And then we'll probably need, I don't know, we'll just put a rail signal here and see what happens. Okay, so let's see. What is this autocomplete? No. Okay, maybe I misunderstood that. Oh, no. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. So it like rotates it so it's going to that section at the right angle. I really like that. So this is a train mall for burner inserters. I think if you had the blueprints from the start, it's probably pretty good. You said we could copy from here? How? I don't see a button. Is that not what you meant? Same as assembler. Okay, so you don't mean in this menu. You mean through map view? No. I think I misunderstood you because I'm not seeing how to do it through the logistics menu. Okay, let's test this. Oh wait, this doesn't have gears, does it? What's this one? Why aren't you connected? It's in the normal game, same way you copy a recipe from assembler to assembler. Yeah, but I'm forgetting what you said, so I'm thinking maybe I just misread you the first time. Splitter, you can... Okay, you were just saying you can copy filters and schedules. I thought you meant... For some reason, I read it as in the schedules, like in this menu, where you could check the schedules. Why are these not connected? Oh, that's why it's not connected. Because rail signals aren't automated. We can automate rail signals with this. With this beautiful, beautiful mall that is definitely going to be worth the effort. 100% not a terrible design, I swear. Okay, and then we can just like make that automatic. We'll add circuits later. And then here it is, not working. Because we do have to start this one as well. Why are these not powered? Oh, because I didn't power them. Yeah, that would do it. You're braking your trains at the top curve? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't add enough rail signals. Wait, hold on. Why are they braking here? Oh, because... Wait, what? Why aren't they going to the stations? What did I do wrong? Oh, these aren't in the right order, are they? Hold on, this goes... Loading, iron... Okay, so what was this whole thing about rail signals not being necessary? I think I think I didn't hear that right. Oh, you said they are necessary. I couldn't remember what the verdict was. Okay, I see. Yes, that would be a problem then. Okay, we're just gonna place things here. Sure, it won't work great. The idea is to test other things. They're gonna destroy the cargo wagon with iron. I mean, that part's fine. No, I mean, like, I don't mind if they get destroyed. Okay, let's move you on. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we have trains. And it won't run into each other this time. Awesome. Okay, I mean, it's not great, but it does the job, right? We just need to see something work. Okay, let's see if we got anything from this. I want to say no, but maybe. Maybe it functions. Oh, I did lose one. Thanks. No, that doesn't work. Right, I can just place it. Perfect. Okay. Any bets on how long it takes to get run over by a train? Will not take that many. It will not take that long. Okay, the only thing I actually care about on this train is miners, and those are super easy to set up. This was such a useless journey, but I like it. Okay, let's see. What did we make? It's still... Oh, I mean, I guess whenever it's waiting for a train to clear, which I guess never will. That shouldn't break there. That can't be good, right? This is the most egregious use of trains. I think you mean ingenious use of trains. Look, when you can only put 3 inserters on a train, they just aren't that useful. Okay, I did something wrong, but I don't know what. I genuinely don't know what's wrong there. Oh. What? No path. No path? Why? Wait, do I not have a full train or something? But why can't it get there? Oh, it's stuck on the broken rail. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can actually get something from this, because if we don't, yeah, let's hope we get something from this. Okay, this better work. Hey, it does. Oh, we don't have logic on these. That's kind of risky, but it should be fine, usually. It coasted forward past the churn. That makes sense. I didn't realize that Braille was actually, like, something they could do. Okay, honestly, this is not terrible. And we have enough space that we can just do this and get more. Because that's what we need the most. And then probably a... Oh, we almost got hit by that. Okay, there we go. Everything we can possibly need. Kind of. Look, it's getting the things where it needs to go. That's all that matters. Just ignore the train itself. I think the mall is good. If you look at the rest of the train track, it's a mess. But here it's good. Yeah, that's a good amount. I like that. Okay, sure. We also only have a single mall, so that's probably not helping, huh? Should I have it like this? That feels like a terrible idea. I think that's not a great way to duplicate them all. But maybe. Let's do it. Okay. And then rail signal. Wait, did I misread that? Hold on. What was the rule of thumb? Rail signal after. Chain signal before. Got it. Got it. This will be a very effective train, and then we'll never make a train again in the entirety of Factorio. Because it is not something I do not know what I'm doing. Perfect. This is not a flawed design at all. Definitely gonna work. And we have the resources to support this. And a lot more. The idea was to expand it, but honestly, I don't think we will. I wish there was like a way to make it go to every single one of train, like not choose between these two, but go to both. So I could just have one station that's called Mall, which probably would have been a good idea. And then I could have just made an 8-long train. Bold move. Yeah, because it was working so perfectly, I just thought we needed another. How do we duplicate a train? Do we just do it by hand? I feel like we just do it by hand is easier than trying to do it with bots. Ah, okay. It is that easy. Oh, and then I could just not copy the rails and okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't know why. It looked harder than it was. I did get the filters as I walked up. And nothing there should clog up. I don't think it ran long enough to clog anything, so it should be good. What are those missing? For some reason it's missing red chest. That's not good. Oh no. we might see a death at some point. Unsurprisingly. Oh, we need hold on, we don't have copper in this. I was gonna say we need electric poles produced here, but we don't really have, we didn't put copper in the train. We didn't actually finish the train. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope that's okay. I do need that one. True. It's a strat to get it done early. Hey, this kind of works for now. Yeah, this is perfect. No flaw in this. Honestly, it's working better than I thought it would be. So that is something. The mall idles a lot. It definitely idles so much that it doesn't make up for the fact that it has higher inserter throughput, but I wanted to make something, and it is just as useless as I thought it would be. But that should be enough to finish the game. I don't think that's enough mall. We should make our first outpost, right? Like right here would be a really good spot. Well, there's trees, but it's next to oil. I guess everything's next to oil. Oh, this is just a nice clean area. So let's go try to make a circuit outpost. I think we can get one. And I have a lot of ideas, and they're all terrible. So that'll be something. We have way too many prod ones. Why do I have these? Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is we use efficiency modules in a blue assembler, and yeah, efficiency modules in a blue assembler and prod 2s in a yellow assembler to give us 25% extra inserters. How about a train loop carrying green circuits and intermediate? Oh yeah, one that's like separate and like alternates. Yeah, that's something we can do. It won't backfire at all. Okay. Wow, we are not producing enough assembling machines for our mall, are we? We have to do an actual mall. I don't think that train mall that we set up is gonna suffice for supporting the outpost. It is so bad. But I guess we could put speed mods on a train, and then we could produce assembler 2s in an outpost for no reason at all, other than we can. I guess we'll bring regular power poles here. And we're just gonna keep dropping stuff in our storage. These are not working. Oh, that's because those are the buffers that I cut. Cool. Okay, so what do we need? We need radars, which we probably want to carry with us. Roboports, which we want to carry with us. Bots are kind of busy taking out the trash, so we need to go manually get some roboports. Honestly, that might not be enough. Okay, that should be good. I don't think the iron was that far. Yeah, I think this is everything we need, because everything else will copy, but we need to go design the outpost. So that will be interesting. We know how we're going to do the drills. You should consider it. It's very useful. I highly recommend it. We also have a giant chest that is literally full of steel chests, which is like 5 chests worth of compact iron. So much. Okay. We did not bring power. Okay. Now we're gonna figure out how do we make an outpost? That is a question I will admit I do not know 100% very well. If you can't, surprising no one. Okay, so let's do the outpost, I guess, at the bottom, because that way fuel can come from the top. Okay, this is actually a good blueprint one. Nah, honestly, it's not too bad to do it like this. I think this is fine. Oops. I've never used a blueprint book. I didn't realize trying to zoom while you moved is not a good idea. Okay. It depends what we make at this outpost. We definitely don't need this much, do we? No, we definitely do not need that much, like guaranteed. Okay, and then we filter to this. So this is our edge handling. Even our edge handling isn't enough. Wow. Okay. Okay, and then we switch to this one. This is just not a good design at all. For outposts, it's so complicated to set up. And then we have an output handling, right? I could combine these into one blueprint, which would probably help. But the thing is, if there's any gaps or unevenness, it just doesn't unevenness, it just doesn't work. So that's why it's not the best design. But I wanted to do it for one outpost because I wanted to have helicopter drills and triangle mining in one nice blueprint. Because that's what I call that setup. Helicopter drills or helicopter inserters. It's when you either one. It's when you pass coal through the machines themselves to save a very small amount of space. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is like 25% more compact, so it's not insignificant. It's just unnecessary. I don't like having to get oil at each outpost, but it's easier than having to get fuel it's easier than having to get oil or coal at each outpost. So obviously, I would prefer not to have to do this, but it's not a big deal. So this is one yellow belt of fuel, which might seem like a lot. It can barely power all of these, and because it can barely power all of those, it will take forever to saturate. So we actually need 2 of these, and I guess there's no reason for them to be connected, huh? We could share the output if we want there. That's decent, right? I mean, that's not a bad way to double up. Okay, we can do that. We do need a radar, and we want to manually place all roboports, because that way bots can start building it, because bots placing roboports, they take forever. Okay, there we go. 2 yellow belts of solid fuel. Perfect. That'll be much nicer. I kind of wish these were facing the other way. I don't think it's too late. Okay. Yeah, I think the way we did the edge handling, I don't think we need to do it like that. I think we can change how we design this. But the edge handling is going to be tricky with these because you can't have any gaps. The whole idea of this is it passes coal between the burner drills, and if it passes, and if you don't have anything like a belt or a burner drill there, the coal just goes onto the ground and the whole build stops. Which, as you can imagine, not ideal. Okay, so there we have iron. And then we can go down, probably manually power these roboports. Yeah, we should have definitely brought big electric poles. But this will work. Okay, so we have iron down there, and now we need copper. So we need it at a rate of 2 to 1. So I really don't know why I set up this many. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I set up this many. I thought it would just be fun. I mean, it was. I definitely don't regret the decision. But we only have realistically two lanes of copper here relative to the iron. Unless we take up more of this patch, which, as we saw, was rough. But I think if I'm more picky about which patches I use, that won't be a problem. Because if it's like small, dealing with the edge handling isn't awful. Because then we can just do one set there, and then rotate through the book again and do the outputs. Then rotate it one more time and do the output handling, which goes like this. Yeah, and we could definitely make them the same blueprint, and then it's even easier. Yeah, because having them like on one blueprint would make it really easy. And we can even have a splitter there. Or not a splitter, but we could easily have the compressor like at the end of this. Okay, so how much is this? This is ooh, with stack size 2, this might be 3 belts of this might be 3 belts. This is way more than 3 belts, so let's try that. We need a furnace, which we don't actually have copied here. Maybe we should do short lanes. I don't know if we really benefit from having them be 24 long. I guess it's a little simpler to set up. Okay, so we have 120 furnaces. That's 4 yellow belts or 2 red belts. Okay. And then that is a ratio of 1 to 1 there. Should be okay. We should probably just copy the Roboport segment up here. Wow, our base is really tall. It takes a while to scroll. Good luck with the trains. The trains are just doing their own thing. They probably will not be expanded. But thanks for the luck. They'll need it. They're producing the burner drills we needed. That's the important thing, I think. Oh gosh. Yeah, I should have just copied this in the original blueprint. Would have been easier. Okay, that looks good. I think. Okay, so this will be copper, copper, iron. How do we compress these? I have no idea. Probably yellow, yellow. Make them pairs, and then bring them into like a red belt. Oh wait, hold on. No, these need to combine into red outputs. Okay. So something like this, which we compress over a bunch, I think will work. Kind of. I mean, it works good enough. Maybe not great, but good enough. I think. There we go, and then we upgrade it, and voila. A nice compressor, if you can even call it that. Yes, this is our first attempt at a green sea outpost, with a mining drill setup that I don't think we'll be using again, because it is very hard to set up. I did have some fun ideas. So this one is pretty basic, but we are using this mining setup, which is not great for outposts, but it is really fun. But this will be, I think this will be a pretty standard build. I don't think there's going to be anything super fancy here. Well, no, we won't be sending them. We won't be sending those back. We do not need them. Okay, so basically this one is just effectively going to be coal coming from the right. And then we need a chest here. So we'll have iron. Hold on, we need to get the pattern first. This isn't the pattern. But yeah, no, we won't be sending the GCs back. We don't really need them. We're just going to be storing them. We could. I haven't decided yet if we will need solar power, because like for the moment we should probably just keep filling out the lake. So it goes like this. Yeah, actually, this is not awful. I think. Yeah. Okay. No, this works. This works really well. Output, output. Put the chest. Yeah. Okay. Have I set up Solaris? Not yet, no. But we have plenty of time. It goes pretty fast if you just set up a ton of solar panels. But we could do that. I mean, that would solve our desire for... Should we use a medium electric pulse? No, let's use a stone one. But yeah, that would definitely satisfy our desire for solar power. If we started doing that, we wouldn't be able to stop. But I don't want to set up accumulators because they're a lot of work. I think this is good. We probably don't need the efficiency modules here, but they might add up. But this is a decent way to like maximize the assembler use. Probably not necessary. But I think it's a fun I think it's a fun idea. And then this needs to be red belt for the first half, and then we copy this down like 3 times. So this is the tricky part. How long do we make the buffer? So each one of these is 1.5 hours. So optimistically, we put 3. Or even better, we have the ability to expand it. So to have the ability to expand it, we need to get coal from the left. Okay, so coal actually needs to come from this side. Okay. Well, that doesn't work, but that's the idea. So this, we'll obviously at least need it to run for like 8 hours, but now we can expand it if necessary. Okay, that should work. And I think it goes that long, which I didn't actually check. I just kind of assumed that was good. But now we need to downgrade the last 16 here. And then for these, we need to downgrade like every other. Because you have weird saturation problems here. So this will only go... Oops. Wait, what? Why is that deleting? Okay. So we need to upgrade the second half of each set. Which is there. We went too far. Ooh, wow, we are 10% done. And this is a pretty significant increase, actually. How many green circuits will that column roughly produce per minute? Well, it's 1 belt of iron, or 1 red belt of iron, times 1.25 because of efficiency modules. So that's 37.5 per second. So that's 130,000 per hour. Yeah, it's not a ton. But if you get 10 of them, you can finish in... what would that be? If you get 10 of them, you can finish in 100 hours. Yeah, no, it's not too shabby. Assuming it works full speed, which it should. But yeah, 100... Wait, hold on. Hold on. I can do one more set, can't I? Because I said this is... Well, this is four yellow belts. Never mind. This is the biggest I can make it. Cool. So then we just take some iron, which we really made too big. But we can just send it into a junk compressor like this. Where's red belt? That works. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, this was actually a terrible coal patch. We could get copper from up here, though. So I don't know why Roboports aren't building this stuff. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Is the robot network disconnected? Okay. Yeah, I see. Could you shortly show the research screen? It's really just like the high tier text now. Were you looking for anything in particular that you wanted to see? Okay, there we go. That should be better. Now we need radars, which we did not place. Okay, now bot should build it. And now, I don't think they're missing anything. This is horrid. How can we get more? How can we get coal for this? Well, we don't need this iron patch, so we can assume coal will always come from this side. Oh, just wondering how much science was left. Fair. Fair question. Afterwards, I can spam mining productivity. If I wanted to spam mining productivity, I should probably do that sooner rather than later, but I could definitely do that. Wait, don't these test light every 5? Yes. Okay, the first one is just staggered. I should fix that, so I stopped doing that. So that is like a recurring problem. And then this we can copy from here. And then these test light on the 6, I want to say. Right? I think that's good. I just pasted in the wrong spot. No, it is 5. I don't know why I thought it was 6. It just looks like a 6 to me. Is that good? Not sure why there's no RoboFort connection. Probably a power issue. Okay, yeah, it's a power issue. We really need to fix the powerful situation and, you know, actually get them. I don't know why they're missing materials. I mean, I know it's a long way for them to fly, but... Oh, we only have 1,000 construction bots. Why? Hold on. That explains a lot. We are not producing construction bots right now. That is bad. We were supposed to have like 4,000 more. Oh well, they'll catch up. By the time we need them, it'll be fine. Okay, that should help. We don't want logic either. We just want it to keep producing forever. Okay, perfect. Hopefully we get... Wait, is that not gonna work? Oh, wait, hold on. Should they be going into a chest? Why aren't those bots being dispatched? Am I looking at this wrong? Oh, okay, we were just waiting on bots. The bots have to fix it so we can get more bots. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a bit of a catch-22, which is unfortunate, but I guess it will be okay. This, should we just do like another one? There isn't really a great way to expand this. But we can just flip it, which is nice. Why didn't I copy this whenever I built it earlier? Okay. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm thinking we just flip this and build a second one to the left of it. This is gonna be so slow. We definitely need a better outpost design than this. Because this I don't think this will work. Those probably should have been down the middle. But that should work. That should connect the networks. So far. I mean, we'll just place the roboports. I mean, we have like 500 roboports. We can just place whatever we want. Okay, so we have the steel chests. We have it on this side too. Nothing side-loaded that will break. So yeah, I think that's all that needs to be done. It's just a matter of having bots build it, which requires us to have had more bots. So that's kind of not, like I said, it's not great. I also think power might suffer soon, because we just placed a lot of things. But yeah, something tells me our base. We'll need to redesign how we build the outposts, because this might be just a bit too slow to build. But who knows? Maybe we'll be wrong. Maybe it's the perfect design. Just have bots build things like 60,000 tiles away. Honestly, I think if I had more bots, it probably wouldn't have been much of an issue. But the fact that I had no bots when I pasted it kind of screwed with things. Because it meant they actually couldn't do it in one batch of bots. Okay, we need to fix them all. I know we have that terrible... we have the train mall, but it didn't work as well as it worked way worse than I had any idea was possible. It really, it's bad. It's hard to overstate how ineffective it is. Okay, so science production is actually decent, which means we might be lab limited. So let's build a new set of labs. At least the labs we know are somewhat straightforward to copy. It's not the best, but it works. Okay, so we know where we connect blue, we know where we connect red, and we know where we connect purple. That's only 6 of the items. Where do we connect space science? Oh gosh. Where do we connect space science? No, space science just goes directly there? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Huh. I thought I made this copyable by filtering the things ahead of time, but I definitely did not make it as clean as I thought I did. I do not know what I'm looking at. Okay, I think I see where I need to connect things. So this is just pure blue. Oh, did we not design this to be split? Is that what the problem is? I think that's the problem. So what we can do is instead connect them from here to there. Yeah, I think that's the easiest solution, because we have them kind of chained at the end. It's very awkward, but we do have them chained in the end. We just have to figure out where we input the resources. So we have a splitter here, but I don't think that's the input splitter. The input splitter is to the left. Okay, so this probably ends somewhere. We can go through here. And then I don't see where this connects. I think we deleted it. I think that's why I can't find it. Okay, so this is the section we need. This is the section we need, I think. What am I looking at here? This is I thought it would be enough science, so I wasn't planning to make a second one. But apparently it doesn't research as fast as I thought it did. Oh, wait, I'm green science limited. Interesting. Well, then I'll just not work on that. I guess I never expanded green science, so I shouldn't be surprised. Or we never speed modded or upgraded green science, so we can probably speed mod it a lot easier than we can upgrade it. Which means we're going to be red science limited too. Yeah, maybe we actually... I was considering buffering green science, and I'm kind of wishing I had. Mostly because it would have been just an entertaining idea. But yeah, it wouldn't have been super useful. Okay, that should work, right? Oh, we're also power limited. Okay, so time for a power expansion. Which, these are not getting enough water, are they? Wait. Output full. Do I not have them connected to the power grid? I'm very confused. What? Oh, wait, does that mean none of my power plant is working? I don't know. Yeah, there's just not a connection around both sides. Okay. I don't think that's been copied a ton, so I think we're okay. But yeah, that should probably fix our power problem for now. Then we can copy this, build another below, which I think might need more oil if we do that, but it should be okay. We do need more water, which, yeah, it's looking more and more like we might need to go with solar power. I really wanted to avoid it, but yeah, modules are costly. Like, I figured this might happen, but I don't really have like a blueprint to get water from the lake, so that kind of makes it a lot harder to, get water from the lake. Okay, let's see. These are still building. That is unfortunate. Are they actually like missing materials for construction though? Are we not buffering enough? Where are underground? We're not building undergrounds anywhere, are we? Like absolutely nowhere. So we are like actually out of undergrounds at the moment. Okay. We can fix that with our handy dandy train mall, which we shouldn't, but we can fix it there if we want. We really shouldn't. But yeah, we can make one of these. Let's see. We aren't actually producing these, so let's make this yellow belt on both sides. And there we go. We have a perfectly done yellow underground belt assembler, which will definitely keep up with our single outpost, which, yeah, I won't even be able to keep up with like one outpost an hour at that rate. It is not producing. We don't even know if this works yet. Like, all of this could be not connected to anything, and it could all break. We'll never know. And that's the fun part. And then we can just make another outpost. But I guess we could plan an outpost. Somebody wanted on-patch smelting, right? I think I have an idea on how to do some form of on-patch smelting. We can't do on-patch assembling, but we can like smelt into iron on the patch. It's weird, but it does work. But the fact that you're not able to get copper there kind of messes with its usefulness. But it should be okay to start. We could filter these. Hold on. I don't think we are... Oh, we didn't grab. We don't have coal here. But I don't think we have anything storing backup circuits anywhere. Although we don't really have many. They're just backed up because the assemblers aren't balanced. Like, we could get slightly more circuits per second from our mall, but I don't think it's too concerning at the moment. But yeah, the train mall was kind of a bust. Let's see if we can make an actual mall now, like next to it, which is way more useful. I think, assuming we have iron. We might not have the iron there. No, I don't think we have enough iron in our main base. Unless we upgrade things to red belts in places, which we could do. Like just upgrade random belts to red. So that way we can, that is not a red belt. We need a red belt, not a blue belt or red belt. Okay, I think something like this will work. We just need to take this all the way around our base in the most direct and clean path possible. That will definitely not cause problems later. And connect this to new iron, which I guess we might have some spare iron. We have a little bit of spare iron here, but I think we'll need some more soon enough. Yeah, I couldn't go get that too. The outpost too. Maybe I'll just build it up there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's just use this iron. So steel is backed up. I wonder why. It's not like we're using steel anywhere. We have the gears, which are somehow not working. Do we not connect it to iron? Oh, we didn't copy it correctly. Okay, so gears are not used for undergrounds, but they are used for the transport belt. So we could split this off, so that way we're actually using some of our resources. And then we need the iron. That's not iron. We can probably also just kind of split this, because I don't think we need all of the gears to run full time. We just need like half of them to run. We can do something like this. Yeah, that should work. So we'll do undergrounds, I think. Yeah, we definitely need undergrounds up here. We need everything that's not a infinite research, right? Oh, we could just share iron from this belt too. I guess there's lots of options. Yeah, let's do that actually. We'll loop the iron instead of splitting it. Does this go input? Yes, but not at that rate. So we actually only need one here. And then we can input from the side. Have a red belt here. No, this is gosh, this is harder than I thought it would be. And that doesn't have enough space, so that doesn't actually work either. How do I do this? Okay, we don't need a tileable grid. That's the easiest solution. Okay, plan number 2, not direct feeding. We're gonna intentionally, oh wow, that's a lot of efficiency modules. We made too many of those. But yeah, plan number 2, we actually use coal and iron on the same belt, which actually, no, that would work really good. No, that works great for this. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, cool. Okay. So yeah, initially when we like first started the run, putting coal and a resource on the same belt was really bad, but we're getting to the point where it actually is pretty decent now, because it doesn't really matter if things die. Like they're not as likely to be a problem if you have shared coal belts, because you can just respawn to errors a lot easier, stuff like that, which is really nice. Definitely a good system to have. But like from the start, you wanted things to be reliable. Now things don't necessarily have to be reliable, they just have to function. We can even simplify things a lot by just powering them with a very consistent pattern. What is this? Solid fuel and gears will come from the top. These will come from the bottom. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, now we can do malls like this, and it's reversed. I flipped those. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so let's hope this gets here soon. And then we can also flip it, I think. an output into a different chest, but we don't really need to. Okay, I think that's good for undergrounds. Now let's do one for regular belt, which again is very easy now that we don't have to worry about not sharing inputs. It's so nice. Like it worked very well. The plan I had to not share coal and like iron on the same inserter to be self-fed, it was a good design. It's not necessary for like the late game, but it was definitely a very good way to design the initial bases, because it was reliable and you just were super likely to run out of coal at random points. So you try to minimize that wherever you can. But now we don't really need that because we can usually get solid fuel in pretty high quantities and pretty consistently. Okay, that'll work better. We have way too much solid fuel here. This is producing... It's only produced 100. This is such a terrible... This is such a terrible mall. I mean, I guess it's... If you could just paste it down and you had everything already set up in a blueprint, it's an easy way to expand the mall, but it is not a good mall. I think it would be better if you needed a lot of stuff produced in a lot of different places. But for now, it's definitely... It was an unnecessary way to design it. Also, how is this not powered? Oh, okay. I still don't see why it's not powered. Oh, this one's also a ghost. Okay, that makes more sense. We don't really need to connect those though, because we were science limited, and we're still green science limited, but barely. So we don't really need to expand it. What have I learned? Don't let bots place roboports. Need to place this by hand. Okay, is this actually enough? I don't really know what we need in the mall or anything, so I'm hoping this is okay. I feel like it is. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of undergrounds, considering the speed we're producing stuff. I mean, we still need a lot more, though. We probably need a lot more before this starts, which would actually be pretty bad. Why don't we have beacons? Are beacons not a red chest? Because I definitely have them completely automated somewhere. Ah, I see. It is broken. It is out of green chips. Oh, hold up. Why? Where was it getting green chips from? Where the heck was it getting green chips from? Hold up. I don't see a line. I was getting green chips from this belt, which is getting non-prioed. It's because this is dead? Why aren't these working? That should be a full belt. Oh, it's because it's going to the red belt. Okay. So we just need to remove the prio, I think. Yeah, let's just remove this. Wait, does that do anything? I'm very confused. I do not see where this red belt gets its green chips. Oh, it was here. Okay. I was right the first time. I don't know why. It seemed wrong, but now we're good. Okay, power is not connected. We do not have nearly a we don't have a big enough mall anywhere, which shouldn't be surprising. Now, are we producing enough power poles though? I think we're producing enough power poles. We just don't have any, or bots are just still flying them. Oh gosh, we're so short on undergrounds. The mall hasn't even started. Or the first circuit outpost hasn't even started yet. Like, I knew it would take long, but this is a really long time. At least it has solid fuel though, so it will actually start when it does. Do we just need to keep expanding the main mall? Is that the strat? We need to make it that it actually works. We could produce undergrounds and belts in like random spots. Like, maybe I should get some iron outposts and just make belts and undergrounds locally. because they are a very large entity count. Oh, speaking of, we need inserters. We're not producing those yet. That's an easy fix. So we also have this iron we can take. Actually, we probably don't have any spare iron here anymore. But we do have another lane, so we can copy and expand the lane pretty easily. Right here, I think. Yes, that works. Okay, so now we can connect this. And there we go. So now we have more iron, which we can use to produce inserters and pretty much just inserters, really. I don't know how many we need, so let's just copy a huge batch of it and call it good. Oh wait, we don't need to copy it like that. Never mind, that's not. No, wait. Yes, that is how we're designing this. Never mind, this is right. Maybe these should be self-feeding too. Oh no, wait, we can do direct feeding. Hold on, I have another idea. So we just get iron from the side. Because these are a 1-to-1 ratio. So I think all we need to do is iron, and then output like this. And then we can copy this and flip it down and have 2 going into 1. So this can be our burner inserter setup. Because if they're working full speed, yeah, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So yeah, we don't need to worry about putting it on a belt. The only reason we have to do a belt here is because putting inserters on a belt is a lot of work. But I guess it doesn't matter much either way. It should be fine. See, we are still very belt limited. That is unfortunate. I feel like we keep placing roboports and powering roboports and then realizing we are even more short on belt than we thought we possibly could be. Let's see, does that need a splitter? No, I don't like that. That's too critical of a belt. Let's split it off here instead. Okay, and then we can supplement more iron at the top if we need. So that way it can, if we need to make this longer. Yeah, okay, that's pretty decent. Okay, let's copy this up one more time. That probably maxes out the iron lane half. Then we can just sideload it up here and then get some more belt because I think we need more belt. Maybe we will try direct feeding. I think direct feeding is just it's very easy. Because then we can copy... Are these all built wrong? Oh, I didn't flip the recipes correctly. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. That's a very easy fix, though. Which means the inserter was correct, but the recipes were not. Okay, so we can copy this, copy this, copy this. So then we directly produce gears for the belt. These should be... they really shouldn't be yellow. Red. If they're self-feeding, they really shouldn't be red. So we should just sideload at more points. Yeah, we just have to sideload at more points than we would like. But red belts are really bad for something like this. The inserters do not like grabbing from a yellow belt or a red belt. They can barely grab from a yellow belt. They especially do not like grabbing from a red one. So yeah, something like that. Because then we can have gears, and that can direct feed a belt assembler, and then that can direct feed an underground. And then maybe you can get another half of iron too on the other side. So this probably would be... Honestly, this is really good. We can either share a belt or double up. So yeah, there's lots of options for increasing throughput here. So yeah, this isn't terrible. It's very nice being able to use self-feeding inserters again, because they are useful. It's just like I said, not a great thing early on. Yeah, hold on. Actually, this would be a good idea. We're just gonna copy the whole thing and mirror it onto itself. Yeah, there we go. That way we don't have to think about balance or anything. Then we don't have to worry about sideloading it in a bad spot. And then we can probably keep the bottom half as red if we're doing this as the upgrade path. It's much safer. It's just with the side load. If you have side loading, the red was really bad. Like side loading iron halfway up. Because what would happen is iron would side load at the very top of this tile, and then the red belt would push it away, so this one would keep trying to grab it, and it would eventually run itself out. But if you don't have anything like that, you can generally double up inserters and have them on both sides of the belt with red belts, and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, we're finally starting to produce things, although we did accidentally upgrade something to a blue underground? No. Regular blue. Aha, right. We get that, oof, those UPS drops in the map now. I don't think I've ever made a base this big. Wasn't expecting that. I shouldn't be surprised, though. Okay, those haven't started because they're still getting coal. That makes sense. Or not getting coal, but they're still getting underground so they can get coal. Okay, how is our circuit production? Do we have any yet? It's still not... Wait, it's not even connected to power? Okay, I'm glad we checked on this. Because it never would have ran. Cool. That should be fine, right? I think. I guess, yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll take this copper patch and we'll connect it to this outpost, because that'll be easier than trying to get more fuel. Because we'll have to redo the fuel if we try to change where it connects to. Oh, yeah, see, self-feeding's dead. Self-feeding's bad. But yeah, we'll have to do another fuel lane if we want to like reroute the iron. And I think just one long belt is going to be easier than having two separate iron outposts when we have a patch that big. I could be very wrong. I probably am. But it's worth a shot. I want to see the outpost produce at least like one circuit, but I think that'll be the stopping point for the day because I can't stream as long as I did yesterday. But I think as long as we have the resources, I think the outpost should actually start soon, which will be very, very good. And then we don't have power, so we're going to have to assume these roboports are connected. Yeah, because we're cable limited. Yeah, we need this copper patch. This is... we need power poles, don't we? Can we get copper from here yet? Oh, we can get copper from there. We're doing that. This is how we're getting our power poles. Because we do almost have a functional outpost. Okay, maybe functional is the wrong word, but we do almost have something. Okay, let's click a bunch of times. There we go. That should produce enough power poles. Okay, because we're getting this copper patch. What are they called? Long poles? Big electric poles would probably make this easier, I imagine. And then for this outpost, we are going to do a more standard drill design, I think. So we don't have to worry about the edge handling. Yeah, let's not worry about the edge handling. So instead we're doing... I don't have it blueprinted anymore. Okay, so we have one here, right? Yeah, so we'll do this kind of outpost, which has a decent saturation. It's not terrible. There are more compact designs, but this one's pretty good. Okay, so that should work. We copied a bit more than we needed to, so that way we can visualize the blueprint better. But we need to snap to the grid of 4 by... Is it 8? 4 by 10? 4 wide, 10 tall? 7 tall? Is this right? Yes. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's just a lot easier to tessellate this one. And because you're not passing coal through, you don't need like 3 blueprints to like go over the same thing to make sure coal can actually make it all the way through the lane. We did turn it the wrong direction though, so let's remake it. Face it south. Okay, perfect. Then we have a lot of red belts. We can probably copy the compressor from somewhere. Like where we are right now, or where we were earlier. Yeah, this one. We can just copy this, paste it down, and make sure we actually connect things right this time around. Because having it be easy to connect is definitely going to be easier than making a good compressor, I think. Because the outposts are not going to be fun to connect, because they're all going to be different sizes, which is not great. And then we can produce fuel up here, which we'll have to copy something that outputs fuel to the right. So maybe this is the right blueprint? Yes, okay. So we can copy this, which would work pretty well. Right, is this where it goes? Yeah, okay, and then I can just copy this onto the top of all of them. And if I want, I can angle it up too. I think we can split it, send it up. Why did we take such a bad blueprint? That's not what it was supposed to start looking like. Okay, so yeah, this has a lot, as you can tell, this has a lot easier edge handling. Like I'm not having to make 3 blueprints to go to the staggered edges like I would with the other. If I was more picky about the patches, I could probably also solve the problem and only go towards like the very center of the patch, which that might end up being the strat. Like, see, this lane isn't working because there's a gap and that just completely broke. Or no, I broke this. Hold on. I pasted the edge handling the wrong way. That means we have to manually fix it. Cool. So we are kind of iron limited here because we killed half the lanes. Oh wait, hold on. No, the fastest way to fix it would be a decon planer for belts. And then just repaste the the edge handling. Or I guess in this case, it's like the middle handling. Okay, that should be better. Okay, I think that's good. I can't believe I've had all of the coal belts going the wrong direction, or fuel belts. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but it is a silly mistake. Okay, where can we get fuel? Okay, we can just copy this. This is an entire belt, which we can just paste right here. That should be enough fuel for this entire lane. Honestly, this is probably enough oil too. Does this connect through the end? No, it doesn't, which means this is not as easily scalable as I want, so I need to make a new blueprint of this, but that should be fine now. And then I think we'll do this by hand to make sure it connects, because these are important things to start up. Okay, those are not connected, but they'll connect soon enough. Probably. Is this enough? Oh, well, they're not powered, so no, it's definitely not enough oil. Okay, that should work. I think everything is connected. It has solid fuel, produced very much in excess, so it should start pretty fast. And this is only probably like 5 lanes, right? 287. That is 3 red belts. So yeah, our compressor is a bit overdone. But I would definitely rather have that than it be completely behind and not compress anything. We're just gonna go straight through. Wouldn't that be a good idea? That would be a great idea. We'll just add some more roboports. Much better. Okay, where can we get some roboport range? We can also add another port here. Personal robots are awesome. Definitely recommend. Which I think pretty much everyone has played with them, but I am not used to them, and they are quite nice. Okay. We don't actually have enough coal for this, do we? I don't think we do. Or we don't have, yeah, we don't have enough. We don't have any furnaces set up to expand it like this. So we do need a minor redesign here, I think. But it'll work for now. Yeah, it'll work for now. But we have the copper to do another half lane, which would probably be pretty good. But we don't have it. It's not like super readily available. It's just like technically an option sort of thing. Do we have red belts on our hotbar? Yes, we do. But yeah, like it's easier than getting another outpost, but it's not particularly easy, just easier. Okay, so there is probably a connection. Okay, we did not expand the mall enough for sure, but this also just isn't connected yet. So that would also mean it's not telling the right figures. Okay, so I know we have refineries and chem plants and inserters. Pipe we might be missing. Red belt, that one is definitely accurate. Pump jacks, that was just because it was out of Roboport range. Okay, so does this actually work? No, it doesn't. We could add a splitter here. That would help a lot. Then we don't have to worry about which lane goes where. For some reason, they are not fueled. I don't think this inserter is enough. No, it is not. Yeah, no, that won't work. Did I connect all 3 jagged iron lanes or only 2? I've only had 2. Wait, all 3 dragged iron lanes. Which iron lanes are you talking about? I connected copper. And then the third one is iron. Oh crap, these are connected wrong. What is supposed to be iron? Those. Oh. One of them is iron, the other 2 are copper that were already connected. But I did connect them wrong, so good catch either way. Because that would have bricked everything, which would be bad. How do we get more coal from this? Okay, I know how. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, coal for these drills is not supposed to come from an inserter. There's not enough throughput there. Oh frick. That's bad. Cool. I have no idea what Smart Belt just did there, but it definitely broke everything. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that should work. Okay, so basically the problem was I was moving 1.8 science a second to these, or 1.8 coal per second, but each row needs about 1 coal per second, or half a coal per second. Well, since it's solid fuel, it needs about half a solid fuel per second, which is why we have like 1 here, but 2 to help with saturation. But 1 cannot supply 6 rows of, or 6 sets of furnaces. Okay, these should eventually work now that they're connected. They'll never actually hook up because we don't have red belts, but that is an easy fix. We have a lot of iron we can use. Oh, we could produce red belt here because this is going to be pretty close to where other bases will be. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make red belt here. And red belt is heavily gear limited, so we'll probably just double up on assembling machines. I think that's the easier solution. Because yeah, we can't really use all the iron because we don't have that much more. We don't really have that much more space. Yeah, this this uses up a lot of space. These kinds of outposts, which should not be a surprise. Burner inserters always use space, but it's not ideal. We just need the furnace. No, we need this furnace because it will have things facing the right direction. That works. That works. That's a larger gap than I wanted, but it works. Okay, so this can produce iron, which will send, I guess, this way? Then do we have coal we can take from here? No. We could take coal from this, though. No, we should get coal elsewhere. I think we'll have 2 inserters taking from the side instead. So that way we can just get more throughput here. That's the easiest. Yeah, that's an easy way to do it. This can be split into... Actually, we want this to be way farther over. Because we want to be able to extend this, because I don't know if that's enough chests. It might be. But we need to kind of leave space there, just in case. Yeah. I can't imagine we'll do another furnace line next to this, so this should be fine. We can split it. Does that work? No, it does not. Okay. No, wait, that worked. It was perfect. Okay, so there is a yellow belt of iron and a yellow belt, or 2 half red belts of iron. And we somehow need to connect this into a mall that makes red belts, which is pretty much all this is going to make. Eventually. Once we get red belt, it can make stuff. Maybe we shouldn't be making the mall that produces red belt with red belt. That's probably the problem. Let's see, if we direct feed, it will produce very slowly, but it will be easy to expand. I think we'll do this. Okay, yeah. 3 going in, 1 going out, and it's gonna side load up here. So this will be our belt of gears. Well, that's not any more space efficient. So it's not, yeah, that's not any better than just direct feeding at like at a loss. Because now we can just get everything from one side. Because this is red belts. This is gears. This is gears. This is yellow belt. This is red belt. Does that need iron? No, it does not. But it does need an input. No, this needs 2 inputs. These need inputs, and then this needs double input, and then we power it. And we hope this works. Because we need this like 4 times. And then we can also copy it on the other side. We don't have an output for the red belt. Oh. I thought we could chain more like this. We can get an output pretty easily, though. We just have to get coal from the middle now? Hold on. How can this work? This can output. Yeah, okay. I guess if this is a red belt, we can go across. This is not a good design. We should just split it. we should just use a splitter. I think that's the strat. I don't normally like using splitters like this, but it should be okay. I mean, it's either that or have nothing work. So we kind of have to. It has to be a bit messy. At least for now. Maybe we can think of a better design for later expansions, but everything here is so input limited. I just want to get it down because it's going to be running forever. Input, do we have power? Yes. How can we get power? Okay, there we go. Our red belt problem maybe will be fixed if things actually are connected. It might not be. And it might take a while because we are relying on red belt to get more red belt. And now we even need even more red belt. because we just decided to cut through it. So we definitely made our problem worse. Maybe we can speed up the main production real quick. Oh, we also don't have undergrounds. Okay. So yeah, our train mall was just not good. It could have been a lot better. But without blueprints, it's not easy to set up. Like, setting it up initially is just a mess, especially trying to get the balance you need. And it's just not super expandable because you can't have a high output. The idea was so you could get more input into a single assembling machine, but in practice, it's only the difference of at max 2 extra items per second into an assembling machine, up from 4. And that's only for very specific things that just require like only gears. So overall, it does not have a benefit. So are these producing? Okay, so self-feeding is bad, but we can fix it with bots. Oh, we also have 2 sides, so it might not actually matter. No, that's why we have 2 sides, so then it works perfectly. Yeah. No, that's good. Okay, that's iron, that's iron. This has a lot of extra iron. We could produce red belt here pretty efficiently, I think. Yeah, we could definitely produce red belt here pretty efficiently. Because we have a whole belt of gears. So yeah, this is a good spot for more red belt. And we can also do red undergrounds here. Yeah, that's definitely a good spot. So this should be a red belt. And we can side load this here. Because we only want, oh wait, no, we need to split it. No, that's where we want to split it. We don't need to side load anything, we just need to. We just need to split that out. This is the one that we need to side load. Okay, so gears on one side, iron on the other, which we already have that. Yeah, I don't know why we built any of that. I think maybe I wanted to avoid a red belt. Actually, I do want to avoid a red belt. Never mind. I think that was a good decision. How do I upgrade just these? There we go. I have an upgrade planner for that. Perfect. Yeah, grabbing off a yellow belt, like I said, multiplying. It's slow. I want to avoid it if we can, so. That's what this is about. This is a long chain. For yellow belts. I don't like it. Okay, that should work, that should work. I don't know what needs what, so we're just gonna do all of them. If we go from both sides, we increase its chance of success significantly. Even if it uses more space, I think it's worth it. Okay, that should be good on the red belt department, right? We definitely have some extra inserters, but I didn't want to have to think, and I don't regret my decision. And then we can do some red belt here. Which red belt comes from the right. I do know that much. Or gears come from the right. Okay, that looks decent-ish. I mean, as decent as things can be, which is not very. Let's see, it has power. Probably has roboports, but just in case, let's place more. Hopefully, we could hand build this, right? A little bit until it gets red belt. Maybe not. Because like if we can speed this up, then we'll start getting red belts, which would be good because that's what we're waiting on. And this won't build until we get red belt. So we really need to like make sure one of the red belt assemblers actually works. Okay, that's still charging. That should be good. Okay, I think now we have a red belt assembler. When we get just a few more belt. Okay. I think it looks good. It's getting fuel. It's not getting enough fuel, so we should just turn this. That way it gets all of the fuel belt. We might not have enough fuel production in general, though. It's a relatively easy fix if we're short on fuel, but if we are, it can cause a lot of problems for a long time. So we definitely don't want to be. Okay, did that just like void that? I've never, yeah, okay. I filled the burner drill while it was filling itself. That's unfortunate. It was so close to continuing to live. But it browned out while grabbing coal. It was probably like milliseconds away from self-feeding. Okay, I think this looks good, right? These aren't working though. Okay, that should be better, right? Now that's getting underground. This is gear limited. Perfect. Not surprising. We could have the first ones be red belt. It's just once it loses saturation, we don't want it to be a red belt anymore. Okay, so that is not that much red belt. Jeez. How much bigger does my mall need to be? Do I need like multiple lanes more of iron? Probably. We don't have circuits. Okay. Does it work in theory? It does. It does work in theory. It just has a very... Well, it's not fully working. It's only half working, so that wouldn't help. Which means that's broken on all of these. Yep. Iron, input, input, input. Okay, so in theory, we have our first green chip outpost. In practice, we don't. It's not functional, but it should work. Wait, is my math wrong? Can I do another row of these? Wait, hold up. I think I'm just dumb. I think I could have done a lot more. Let's make this a red... No, we're still way down on red belt. We can't upgrade things with red belt. We can do yellow belt, though. To get more throughput down at the bottom. Because we're stealing a lot from this. Okay, these are not connected to iron because we're waiting on red belt. But yeah, I kind of just guessed how long this should be. But I think when I guessed, I wasn't considering that this is a red belt worth of iron, which means this is only half the length it should be. No wonder why it looked weird. Hold up. That is not a fully functioning chip lane. We can double its size, which is significant. How did I make it so bad? What was I thinking? Was I thinking they were speed mods? I think I was thinking I was going to be able to speed mod them, but because I can't use speed mods, you can't use anything more than like regular blue assemblers. So yeah, it just ended up being a lot smaller than you would picture the outpost build to be. Oh wow, this takes forever to walk down. This is a far outpost. I mean, I guess it's only like 30 seconds. It just feels far. But yeah, it's like less than a minute away. That's not too bad. I mean, that's with exoskeletons, but it's only like a minute walk away. And hopefully we can actually have radars and do things remotely a lot better now. Let's see, will this produce red belt? Yes, but it's not yet, which is bad. Maybe we can hand speed it up like we did the other one. I think we can speed it up. No, it won't actually work. No, that won't help. Okay. Then let's just fix what we came here to do. We need more fuel. Fuel should be good. And then we need to expand the outpost. So we can actually double the length. So is there anything I can copy? I should be able to copy this whole set. That is such a great outpost, I think. Now this can go farther down, right? Oh my gosh, how do I upgrade this? Oh, it's because I keep I keep crafting it. Okay, there we go. Red belt, and then red belt halfway down here as well. We didn't get the input here. So yeah, we can only have red belt go about halfway, because otherwise you run into throughput issues, and they don't tend to grab from the red belt. So that's what all that downgrading we just did was about. That was a lot of bot actions just there instead of just upgrading, but I don't want to have to redesign this half. Okay, that should work. Yeah, I think that's right. That's not halfway, is it? 16 and 16? Oh, no, it is. Oh, cool. I just kind of, I guessed right, I think. This wasn't the right spot, but I mean, the other halves I think are perfect. Okay, does this look like it will actually work? I think it does. It's idling a little bit, which is not great. Maybe, do I not have the wire for this? Or do I not have the inserter throughput for this? Maybe I do need a speed mod. Hold on, I might be off. I think I need one speed mod in all of these if I want it to actually work fully. Because this is correct. This is supposed to be just productivity modules, but these are producing 3 per second. No, the ratio should be... No, it's not. These are supposed to have speeds. For now, we're going to take the easy route and the expensive route and just upgrade the original lane, and we can fix it in a future one. But yeah, we're not consuming enough copper there because we have this planned around these consuming 3.8 per second, I think. Yeah, I plan for these to consume 3.6 per second, not 3. Trying to use that extra 0.6 that they each have from stack size, the stack size upgrades. Gosh, they're so bad. Okay, that looks a lot better though. I don't think that made that much of a dent in our production, but let's see, we just got 32 more green chip assemblers compared to like 1, 2, yeah, I mean, that's actually like a 50% increase in chips. That's not as bad as it looks. We need a lot more of those, but I think we can kind of get it functional now and start copying others. We really need this to work though. But yeah, that is one outpost design. I think I'll need to think of something better, at least in the ore distribution department, or just need to only grab good outposts. But yeah, we need to solve our red belt problem. So we need to make more red belt malls, which we might be able to just paste that near an iron patch and have it pretty much fix itself. But yeah, we need to produce red belt in a lot of places or get significantly more bots. So that way we can build like an entire thing in one set. Because we don't have enough bots for how far we're sending resources. But I'm not sure what bots are limited by. I think they're limited by production speed. Yeah. So we can double our bot production, which would probably help. How is power? Power is holding, but that's because this hasn't been set up yet. So we're not sure exactly how much power we use at the outpost either. But yeah, that's a good stopping point. We got a train mall. It's not good, but we got the idea because I just I thought of it yesterday and I'm like, this is going to be awful, and it was just as bad as I thought. Completely unnecessary to do, but I am very glad we have it. We're consuming more of our iron outpost, although it does have a few problems, such as not working all the way. But this produces a lot of the iron-based things we'll need. Primarily red belt and... No, primarily red belt. That's the thing we care about most. But then just the other types of inserters too. Because we're going to be using a lot of inserters. I don't think we have enough drill production. Or maybe we do at the rate we're expanding. But we can expand our train mall if we want more production there. I don't see anything like super broken that we forgot about that we'll forget about next time. So I think we're good. Because I just want to make sure everything that like was blatantly broken was fixed now, or at least in the process of being fixed. And I think that is what our bots are doing at the moment. Yeah, we really need more red belt. Okay, so next time we'll be getting like 10 lanes worth of red belt probably. Or we'll just stop using red belts. I'm not sure. it probably doesn't make a huge difference. But next time we will get a lot of red belt production. We'll probably have to up our steel chest production and our assembling machine production because we are not producing yellow assembling machines very fast. Because that mall we just placed used up all of the yellow assembly machines pretty much, or half the yellow assembly machines that we've produced today. So that is our limiting factor along with red belt. So we have to fix both of those before we can make more malls. We could also just transfer to yellow belt, which is just much easier to expand. But since I'm bot limited, maybe I want to avoid that. I guess with blueprints now I can just copy and paste more really easily. But yeah, there's a few decent patches we can get that we'll get immediately next time, and then we'll have to go make combat bots so we can start taking out outposts. And also double check our science production. Hold on. We have... I think sciences are almost done. I think it's like 40,000 of each, right? So I think the sciences are almost done, so we don't need to expand our science much to finish in time. Unless I'm horribly mistaken, but I think it's like 40k of most and 10k of space and military. Roughly. Somewhere in that range. Or I'm off by a lot, but I think that's what somebody said. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so all of our production is decent. We just need to up our mall, which I wanted to do this time, but yeah, the train thing was a failure. Seems like a good goal. Save this as day 6. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do, we'll actually place more outposts this time, because I think, yeah, we have the blueprints now. We can paste like one full outpost. That's the size I want. And then we can go do the do the slow stuff. But if we get an outpost first and then build things, design things, that'll obviously be better for getting the circuits. But we just need to get something designed first, so it should go faster. And we also have the other fun achievements we can mix in. But hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.